This is I Love Black People Radio on HUR Voices, Sirius XM, Channel 141. I Love Black People is more than a radio show. I Love Black People is a call from our ancestors to protect us from racial profiling all across the world. Go to iloveblackpeople.com and become a member today. Membership empowers you to live fearlessly and protect Black people globally from racism and xenophobia. Join us today and become a member of our global network with an online global green book with Black-owned and Black-friendly businesses to protect you and your community. Membership is free, and with you, we will become 10 million strong worldwide. I am because we are.
All right, and welcome to another edition of I Love Black People. We've been blessed and highly favored to have our good brother to come back, a brother that's guided me through a whole lot of things that y'all know about is Bitcoin. So I'm always so humbled and appreciative of his leadership guidance in spite of, not because of beautiful black folks, in spite of some of our beautiful blackness. Our big brother, Brother Lamar, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Doc, how are you doing today?
Well, look, not as amazing as you, and the energy I'm feeling. You got Justin there. Like it looks like a couple things going on, but the big thing we want to talk about is what's coming up around the corner and how do we get the people involved. And
my good brother, humbly, amazing, magnificent black man. We are having a conference in Charlotte from the 2nd to the 4th. So basically, it is Labor Day weekend in Charlotte. And matter of fact, the Duke Mayo Classic is going on that same weekend in Charlotte, which is North Carolina Central versus North Carolina A&T. What we having is a Bitcoin conference that's going to be like no other. When I met my good brother Sinclair Skinner, I think I was the only black speaker at this conference. And then outside of that, we was probably the only 2 of maybe 4 black people at the entire conference. Yeah. We are trying to change that up the way Sinclair has done it up in DC with the Black Blockchain Summit. We have a huge amount of black folk, other people of color, women. We try to make sure that this group of experts, subject matter experts, is as diverse as the world is, man.
Go ahead.
And give people that platform to make sure that when we come together, that everybody has a voice and everybody gets heard. And it's gonna be an amazing thing, man. We're gonna have a good time. Every time we get together, we usually have the Miami takeover in Miami. And that's like a family reunion. And hopefully this is a bigger one, because usually that's a small little, like we only get maybe 100 people. We trying to make this a big family reunion. So all the people that we've had from Black Bitcoin Billionaire on Clubhouse, Black Bitcoin Billionaire on Twitter Spaces, all the cats that come to Black Blockchain Summit, we try and bring everybody through so we can have a great family reunion around Bitcoin and wealth building, those kind of things, man.
All right, and let's just make it. I mean, I think you said a whole bunch of stuff, and I think sometimes people get lost because they're not privy to the how it when the lights are off and when things aren't as flashy,
right? And
they can take it for granted. Now, back up and let's talk about some of these conferences that you go to,
man,
speak at. You know, when it comes to they're talking about the unbanked, the ticket prices are $1,000. Like, talk to me about what's really the only people we see black is serving the coffee and the tea. Like, break down what we really are talking about when you say that we're coming together in Charlotte.
I think, man.
Break it down, bro.
I think it's real crazy because when you think about it, right? We black people over-index in cryptocurrencies. There's a higher percentage of us in cryptocurrencies than our counterparts, which means that there are a lot of people who understand it and are in the game and can get it. And matter of fact, even at a higher technical level, like the Roast Beefs of the world or the Jamal Jameses of the world, like there's a lot of black people that are associated, a lot of black people that are associated with it. Sinclair, Bitcoin Zay, I'm gonna keep going, you know what I'm saying? Miss Charlene, Miss Naja Roberts. There's a lot of black people and faces that are associated with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but when you go to the conference, you would never know it. You would never know that there are people who understand Bitcoin that look like you. You would never know it. And that's been going on for a long time. You know what I'm saying? People like my man Vegan. Here, hold on, Vegan. Come here real quick, man. I got my man Vegan here. He's definitely an expert, right? But see that beautiful face right there, the beautiful beard? You feel what I'm saying?
We got the
Show you right. Show you right.
It's the Sinclair beard, man.
It's the Sinclair beard. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
black man
Oh, man, that's a
So, like,
beard. Bar beard is a beard.
We got these amazing experts in this field. And the thing is that a lot of times what happens is that we don't get to shine. And you and I have been around for a long time, Sinclair. And you would think that there were no black people at all that understood this stuff. So now we are being very intentional about it. We are bringing out of the darkness into the marvelous light. You know what I'm saying? Like, unbelievable. We are trying to make sure that the platform that we have as far as Black Bitcoin Billionaire, it has been able to be in all of these publications, and it's been all around the globe, and everybody knows about it, but we still want to make sure we're intentional about putting those voices out that normally aren't heard. And I'm so happy and proud to have the group of individuals we have coming. We have announced a lot of speakers. There's even more speakers coming through. Sinclair is going to be able to come through virtually, I believe. I think he'll be through virtually.
I wouldn't miss it. And what you're not telling, let me tell the other story. I remember when we started the Black Blockchain Summit, and again, a lot of, even with our own people, there were people whose intentions, the work that needs to be done is not about us being like someone else in blackface. I don't know how else to say it, but we trying to recreate what was being done by Europeans in blackface is not what we need. We need to literally do something totally different. And right. I remember reaching out to you and said, look, we need a headline or somebody to jump this thing off. Me showing up with my, was I married at the time? Well, my wife ain't gonna do it. So we had just got married. We have enough years. Now you show up with your wife, that's a whole nother energy. Y'all doing the work. But me showing up with my lovely wife who comes in town tonight, I'm literally like, look, and you said, I got you. You said, I got you. You didn't talk about no speaker fees. Look, I was talking to folks who didn't know a bit from a bat and was talking about, you need to get, you said, Claire, I got you. Hey, look. Hey, let's just go ahead and handle that airplane ticket. I said, bro, whatever it takes, you get. And you was there. It was what is and I need to have my honorarium, my green room. I need to have. So I think, again, what doesn't get talked about is how there's a different spirit and energy. And I think even some of the stuff, even if we have disagreements, we don't have to be disagreeable. And the work still got to get done. Like, regardless of that, we still got so much work to do for our people. And the fact that, the part of it that you've done, I think, probably better than anybody, probably in a lot of tech space, is to bring community to it in a way that empowers and gives people agency. And I think what happens is, it's a lot because the people part is not discussed as much as the tech part. And then you were the first to have a wallet. We have a Pan-African wallet, but the FIBA wallet was like the first. I mean, y'all was on Apple, like, so all those first and early beginnings, like you said, if we wait for other people to do it, they erase us. But even our own people, because of our proximity and closeness and accessibility, oftentimes we discount each other. Now, I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but literally, in the certain spaces I'm in, we talk about white supremacist ideology, where literally a premium is put on whiteness, and we'll discount our own brother and sister that's sacrificing and there for us when we need them, and even sometimes we don't know that they're there, and they still are there for us. And I think there are things that, as we come together and deal with those issues of community, bruh, that's a lot of work. Now, in addition to that, you got to be a good husband, good father, pay the bills. There's a whole bunch of stuff that go into, and have successful startups against the odds in an industry that's sometimes regulated this way, that way, and definitely disproportionately misregulated when it comes to us. So again, I think that's some of the stuff that's missing when we're both on this interview together, but the road that you've decided, God bless you, God keep you, the road you decided does come with a lot of things with it because you do so much with community. It's just the truth. So
thank you, brother. Yeah, and you're right. You're right, man. But and you and I kind of talked a little bit yesterday, but it's like, it's very, it's like the blessing and the curse, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's certain things about it that are amazing, and certain things that are not that amazing at all, and they are very hurtful. But at the same time, we just got to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? There are times that you just like you got to remember the mission. You gotta remember. And I'm gonna shout out Melissa. Miss Melissa is one of my students over at the Bitcoin Academy, in Marcy, and she always says, you have to be in your purpose on purpose.
Go ahead.
Right? I said, and that's real though. And it's like, if you know what your purpose is, you have to be on purpose in doing what you're doing, and intentional and resilient, and keep pushing forward. So, I mean, I think that, like, you literally have carried, like you always say that I was ahead of you from the game as far as like Bitcoin, but you've always been ahead of me as far as like building these types of conferences and stuff, man. Like that first Black Blockchain Summit was an amazing thing, and I met so many amazing Black people there that I'm still. Matter of fact, the first time I met Bitcoin Vegan was at the Black Blockchain Summit, the one you just seen, Justin. So you see what I'm saying? Very, very powerful stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what we're walking together. I think that we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, but we walk together. And like you just, I mean, I think you said it so eloquently, where, you know, in this regard, I'm clear you led me. Now, let's not make me weird. And even, let me just say this, even with the first Black Blockchain Summit, your commitment and validation early allowed us to focus on other stuff. So literally, I said, look, we'll have somebody in the room that could carry the day. Let's just execute the rest of it.
Right.
And again, those are the things, again, they're priceless, because it's a moment in time. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do something now, it's a little different. You know, we 5 years in, but Lamar, when it was no years in, and hey, hitting you up on Messenger, hey, you know, we got this thing, we tried, I got you, without a whole bunch of, you know, and again, you know how so the part of it I stay on is the engineering side, because I think that helps me more. And then I'm on the Pan-African, the international side, that helps me more too, probably. But the part of it that you do that I still struggle with is the finance and the wealth building stuff, because it's always attracted some problematic stuff for me. Like, it's one thing when we talk like pro-Black, because then we're not even talking about money. You're going to try to tell me you read more books than me, and I'm going to remember part of a speech from Malcolm better than you. Like, that's that. I mean, that can get crazy. That right there can go, wow, right? But when you start talking about this guap, and I'm not, and shout out to Sister Phone, I'm not about God, but you start talking about that money, bruh, it attracts, bruh, the one coins, the MMMs, the butter coin, all the stuff, bro, that's tough. And to manage that is tough, because you know, people's intentions is different. We're just talking tech, and we're talking about block site, even though we saw people get crazy, you know, Roger Ver on these weirdos. No, he's not. I'm just saying all kinds of toxic energy on that. But when you start talking about that money and making it, or falling, or going up, and people want to look at, well, I thought it was going to go. Like, I've tried to stay out of that part the best I can, but people really enjoy trading. They want to do it, and they want to hear it. How do you deal with that? I think I want to speak to that. Talk about like dealing with the fact folks want microwave money.
Right. And so for me, like, I try to keep it on my whole entire message. You know me, Sinclair. I try to keep it on freedom. As a matter of fact, I think the very first keynote, I was talking about the freedom of Bitcoin and what it brings, because the money stuff does get weird. And I think it changes relationships. It changes the relationship of you with other people, change the relationship of you with entities like companies. And that type of thing, like, you try to keep out of there, especially in the beginning, because if you keep like only focusing on the money, you start missing out on the freedom, right? Like, the freedom part is going to help you get more money. You'll get more money the more free your mind begins to think. The more you open up your mind, you're going to get the money going to come. It's an attraction type thing to you being free and expanding your mindset. the thing is that most people want the money first without the freedom, but what they wind up realizing is the money winds up enslaving or bounding them in the end. They wind up getting into situations that the money has gotten them into a relationship that's bound. They bound by money. They don't want to be in. They stuck there. A lot of people feel that way with their job. They went to a job because of money and not because of their purpose, and now they feel like they stuck, right? If you're in a relationship because of money, same thing, right? You wind up feel like you stuck with your spouse or stuck with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or other significant other because of the money. So that's the thing. Money can be something that bounds you. It can also free you, but if you don't have a mindset of freedom, the money won't do nothing but keep you enslaved to the system that you are already in. And that's the whole point about Bitcoin in the first place. And that's why I always come from that, because this system that we live in, this system that is based on white supremacist ideology, that's something that bounds people to it. And so once you get the understanding of freedom outside of it, then you can start using tools like Bitcoin to actually help you to continue on your path of freedom. But the first step is that freedom, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the part. And that's why I think me and you, like, we connect, because you more about the people. You always tell me it don't matter about Bitcoin. All these coins are nothing. The very first stop of it is the people. The people, like, you get the people together, that's the value. And I thought that way as well, right? The people is where the real value is. Without the people, there is no value. So yeah, man. I mean, it's very powerful, bro. Like, and that's why me and you have been gelling so much over the years. And I think that's the thing that we continue to keep pushing, and that's going to allow us to hopefully reach people in a space where they're not thinking about getting money fast, where it's about a patience. We always said in Coinda, patient, consistent togetherness. That patient, consistent togetherness is a very valuable and powerful thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, can you give a shout out to that? And I know you got to go because I was late, so it's my fault. So, folks, the fact you don't get more of these jewels and gems dropped on you, it's my responsibility. I'm going to try to rectify that at a future date. But even the stuff you did with Coined, like the journey of it, because people will see now, and now could have been back then too, and they still didn't see the thing shooting in the gym. Some of these iterations of organizing our people, you know, what are some of the takeaways, bro? You've had some moves.
Man, it's hard, bro. It's hard. That's my biggest thing. Here's the thing. It's rewarding. It's a hard thing, but it's also extremely rewarding, because everybody don't come along in the next, you know, you walking up this ladder and everybody don't make it to the next rung, right? Some people fall off, they fall by the wayside, but you continue to keep growing. And then as you grow, you wind up attracting even more people on the next round, because they see that you stay in focus, that you stay in the path, and that everybody can see the genuineness of what you're doing. So the next round goes 26,000, it goes 100,000, then it goes 160,000 with Black Bitcoin Billionaire. Why though? It's because we are staying on the path and trying to help people get to freedom. And then if we stay on that and keep that mission straight and make sure we're genuine and good by the people who are working with us and helping us out, everything works out well, man. And I am extremely grateful for everybody that's involved. Like I said, all our mods, my man Bitcoin Vegan, he's here today. He's gonna be teaching at the Bitcoin Academy. So shout out to Vegan for that. Like everybody who has added to it, even you, Brother Sinclair, like, you come into the rooms, you add your sauce, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a beautiful thing, man. So yeah, we'll continue to keep growing, I think. And I think those iterations or whatever, just helping us to learn how better to be with our people, man, and how better to continue to grow this thing. And as we keep growing this, I think it can't do nothing but get better. So, but yeah, man, you know, I got to get up out of here. I just got the text.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you humbly. No, brother, big brother Lamar. Appreciate you. Tell everybody the details again of the conference so that everybody get the website.
Make sure you go. Make sure you go to the blackout.xyz, theblackout.xyz. If you go to theblackout.xyz /#fold, you'll get 50% off if you're one of the first 50. I think a lot of them been used. So if you're going to do it, go do it now. It's theblackout.xyz /#fold, like the hash, the number sign fold right after the slash. So blackout.xyz. If you just want to go there directly, do that. You can go to find us on our Black Bitcoin Billionaire Twitter. There's links there as well. Check us out. We can't wait to see you. We can't wait to have.
Are we going to be? And then we're going to have it streamed. Is it going to be? And it's going to be in
the streaming
Charlotte?
The streaming part we thinking about. We never really have live streamed much of it before. Like much of the things we've done in Miami before. This is our first big conference in Charlotte, so we're thinking about live streaming it. If we get a streaming package together, we definitely will put that out as well for people that want to be involved.
Well, that just means folks need to show up in person. So, and it's going to be located at Charlotte. Do you got, you want to share the location? Or you want them to go ahead to the website?
Charlotte, North Carolina, September the 2nd through the 4th at the Embassy Suites in Uptown. So it's a couple days away from, a couple blocks away from the Charlotte Stadium where the big classic is happening. We also have a demo day that day, where we'll be giving away $20,000 to somebody who's a tech entrepreneur. But we'll have auditions. So anybody that wants to audition, make sure you go to the Black Bitcoin Billionaire website and look up the auditions, and you can sign up. And we're going to have auditions beforehand to be able to give that $20,000 in Bitcoin away. So shout out to Kraken for that sponsorship. And shout out to Fold. Fold is our title sponsor. They have been amazing. Fold. If you know about the Fold app, it's been around a long time. Brother Sinclair been knowing them. Like, thank you, Fold, for sponsoring and being the title sponsor. But with that said, my brother, I appreciate you. I love you humbly.
Love you, brother.
And hey, shoot me the link to this, where this went out at. Shoot me the link to it when it comes out.
So it's going to be on literally our XM radio show. So it's going to be on the radio next week. So thank you, Lamar.
Next week. Okay.
Next week. Definitely appreciate it. I am, because we are, and I really wouldn't be me without you. So thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. See you later, man. Thank you.
All right, baby.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Everybody dance now. This the healing on the high and the trance now. Everybody dance now. This the healing on the high and the trance now. Everybody dance now. This the healing on the high and the trance now. Everybody dance now. This the healing on the high and the trance now. Black joy, black pain, live a full life. We just wanna have fun if it's alright. Got me somewhere in the party talking all night. Making music for my people, share my inner light. We can dance while you listen, get your learn on. Cannabis in the air, get your burn on. Hear it pumping in the speakers, that's the motherland. Sun Dodgers and them Karens, they don't understand now. Everybody dance now. This the healing on the high and the trance now. Everybody dance now. This the healing on the high and the trance now. Everybody dance now. This the healing on the high and the trance now. Everybody dance now. This the healing on the high and the trance now.
This is I Love Black People Radio on HUR Voices, Sirius XM Channel 141. I Love Black People was more than a radio show. I Love Black People is a call from our ancestors to protect us from racial profiling all across the world. Go to iloveblackpeople.com and become a member today. Membership empowers you to live fearlessly and protect Black people globally from racism and xenophobia. Join us today and become a member of our global network with an online global green book with Black-owned and Black-friendly businesses to protect you and your community. Membership is free, and with you, we will become 10 million strong worldwide. I am because we are.
Hey. Yeah, boy, baby. I'm a fresh boy, think this. I walk through the river, I'm a king of the kings, oh yeah. Better than Chris Breeze. A legend of Africa, true love, Rosita, yeah. I need out and pray. Ask my Lord, Jaja bless me, that's why I never resting, yeah. Never complain. Get your boy, I'm a raising, it's time celebrating, yeah. It's about music, music love. Music love. It's about music love. It's about music love. I'm ready, I'm steady like a water falling up on the tail. Everybody rock it and roll. I don't wanna lose it cause I'm ready for a main stage. I'm still raising up all. T-body music is my hobby when I'm feeling okay. DJ, can you play me that song? Oh, play me that song, that song. Oh, play me that song, that song. It's about music love. Music love. It's about music love. It's about music. music sound from this side, oh. Open your window. I'm ready, I'm steady like a water falling up on the tail. Everybody rock it and roll. I don't wanna lose it cause I'm ready for a main stage. I'm still raising up, oh. T-body music is my hobby when I'm feeling okay. DJ, can you play me that song? About music, music love.
Yeah.
Baby.
Word. Check. Build a better world, it just takes time. Mountains in your way, that's a great climb. Gotta see a life where we all win. Root for every black, yeah, we all can. Melanin in the skin, we a great tribe. Prayers to the sky, to the most high. Promise if you die, we gon' all ride. Do it for the culture and the black pride. Never take our soul, yeah, we reign true. Send my little homies off to grade school. Dancing on the block, shout out gutter them. 32, little homie, yeah, he one of them. Do it for our friends, do it for the folk. Send my people bread, we ain't going broke. We just wanna make it, gotta live our lives. Gotta show the world, yeah, what we got inside.
This is I Love Black People Radio on HUR Voices, Sirius XM Channel 141. I Love Black People is more than a radio show. I Love Black People is a call from our ancestors to protect us from racial profiling all across the world. Go to iloveblackpeople.com and become a member today. Membership empowers you to live fearlessly and protect black people globally from racism and xenophobia. Join us today and become a member of our global network with an online global green book with black-owned and black-friendly businesses to protect you and your community. Membership is free, and with you, we will become